Sejam bem-vindos ao meu canal, eu sou o Billy. E aí pessoal, como é que vocês estão? Espero que bem. Hoje a gente vai estar continuando o The Tale of Bistun aqui. Onde a gente parou. Acredito que a gente já esteja no final já. E vamos embora. Matei um bichão lá, mas morreu todo mundo, né? Deixa eu ver se a princesa tá viva ainda.
For the first time since he awoke on
Investiga a carta.
Bistun, his path was clear, but he had no one to share the news with. Princess Shirin would be resting in Khosrow's quarters.
Ah, ela já vazou. Será que já resgataram ela? Deixa eu ver o que tem na carta. E não tem mais nada? Não.
Farhad, what have you done? What vile sickness did you expose my love to? You have no reason to dig through the mountain any longer. Princess Shirin is dead. Your king, Khosrow.
Khosrow. Ah, que droga. Sucumba ao desespero. Não, não pode ser. Todos com quem me importava desapareceram. Eu não trouxe nada mais que a morte para todos. Mas ainda uma chama que arde. Ele vai se matar, será?
Guilt consumed Farhad. He felt that this world could no longer offer him anything. But death had not ended Farhad's journey before, and it was not about to now.
Fala sério que eu vim até aqui pra me se matar. Será que é o fim do jogo isso aqui?
Instead,
Não.
Farhad drew ever closer to answers. The final steps on the path laid out before him. The path that ended in the realm of forgotten memories. The fortress of oblivion awaited him. And Farhad thought of all those who had played their part in getting him here.
E agora? Entre na fortaleza do esquecimento. Cadê essa fortaleza?
With his wisdom and kind heart. Majestic Anahita, so dedicated to atoning for her greatest mistake. The beautiful princess, always out of reach.
Matei todo mundo.
And the king, who had treated him with such disdain. But none of them mattered anymore. The whisper called to him. I called to him.
Caramba, que louco isso aqui. Descubra quem sussurra. Não tem mais a polpa pra me guiar.
Foreboding chilled Farhad as he walked amongst the horrors, exiled and forgotten people, ensnared by the blight, trapped in endless suffering, their silent screams frozen in their gullets.
Libertar ele, será? E aí, tá sumindo. Não sei se isso é bom ou se é ruim. Deixa eu ver o que tem pra cá. Mais um aqui, ó. A polpa. Já foi, né? Todo mundo. Mais pra frente pra ver o que tem. Sei lá se isso é bom ou se é ruim. Tô salvando. Tem nada aqui, né? Que louco, velho. Ah, polpa. Não consigo libertar ela. Do jeito não.
Months, years, decades. For how long I had called him to me, I cannot say. My voice gave out. But still, I cried out across the realms. Unimaginable agonies racked my body. Yet I never sought refuge in insanity. The wound that never heals reminded me of my mortality and my purpose.
Encontre quem sussurra. Tô tentando.
I looked into Farhad's eyes and saw his pain and confusion. But even then, I saw a flicker of something else.
Quem é esse cara, velho?
Relief. Words eluded him, however. So I explained everything. I told him my name is Nizami. I was a blacksmith by day and a storyteller by night. I was banished by King Khosrow, exiled unjustly. On Mount Bistun, I was mortally wounded, but saved by the most wondrous fruit and guided by a talking tree.
Oficialmente.
Then I discovered an otherworldly domain, a realm of forgotten souls. But the Div found me. I was imprisoned in the fortress of oblivion, doomed to be forgotten.
Lindo que tá isso aqui, velho.
Teetering on the edge of oblivion, agony poured from my wound and took form. You, Farhad, are created out of my pain, out of my wound. I told him, you are the manifestation of hope, the embodiment of purpose. I had lost count of the number of times Farhad had reached my prison, but each time he had refused my plea, refused to set me free. I knew the choice was grim, but I had to prevail. My story is not yet complete, and so I gave him a choice. Liberate me, or abandon me once more. The path to the left was where he should engrave the wise decision to set me free, or he could add to the cruel records of abandonment to the right.
Grave sua decisão. Vamos libertar o maninho aqui. Eu vou ter que me sacrificar daí. Pelo que eu entendi.
This time, I resorted to honesty to convince Farhad to release me. If he rescued this poor old man, his creator, from a life of torture, I promised to continue my journey. I would seek out the source of the blight afflicting nature, the reason behind the chaos that sweeps through Persia, and destroy it. But sadly, there was a catch. To leave my unnatural shackles empty would draw unwanted attention. Farhad would have to take my place. At this, the sculptor growled and turned his head. Wait, I implored. You do not understand. I told him how this sacrifice would give his life meaning. After all, it was his purpose. It was what he was created for. The only way he could escape the cycle. And I promised that when my quest was complete, I would come back to return the favor.
Libertar. Exame e pensar mais um pouco. Deixa eu ver o outro lado. Dá pra falar com ele, pera aí, deixa eu ver o que tem do outro lado. Ah, já passou um monte de... Vai acontecer tudo de novo daí. Tá vendo? Ó? Mesma coisa.
Farhad's uncertainty was written on his face. So I warned him against abandoning me again. You only prolong the bitter cycle, I told him. You will lose your memories once more. Your destiny is not one of futility and confusion. And I told him that I would keep calling him, and he would come. Is that what you want? I asked. To go through all the heartache you have endured yet again? But I could not force him to see reason. If he would leave me again, I promised to send him away from this place. I would show him how to use the memory stone within his head to leave the fortress of oblivion. But what would he be escaping for? Endless wandering? Repetition without purpose?
Ah, entendi. Ah, vamos libertar ele, né? Olha quantas vezes ele já veio aqui. 3, 4, 5 vezes já abandonou ele. Que a hora de dar uma chance pra ele. Deixa eu ver o que ele vai falar aqui.
Why should I not just leave you and break the cycle myself? Farhad said. I sighed. Because I cannot let you while my purpose remains unfulfilled. But when I have completed my quest and set you free, I said, your engravings will guide you. Each memory you retrieve from the Revelations realm will motivate you to go on. But most of all, I told him, because love burns in your heart. A shadow darkened Farhad's face. His eyes dropped. Yes, but it burns for one who no longer walks this earth, he said, thanks to my actions. I smiled and told him that he had said the same thing before. Khosrow lies, I hissed. Princess Shirin lives.
Ela tá viva, será? Mas vai acontecer a mesma coisa daí. Vamos libertar ele só pra ver o que vai acontecer.
This time, I resorted to honesty. If he rescued this, I would seek out the reason and destroy. But sadly, to leave my Farhad at this. Wait! I told him it was what he was, and I promised.
Vamos libertar ele.
You have made the right decision, I told him.
Ah, vai nascer uma árvore
Before I
ali.
left, Farhad asked me if his sacrifice would be worth it. There is no greater blessing than having purpose, I told him. No worse pain than having it denied. I promised I would not rest until I had stopped the sickness afflicting nature. I would rescue other poor, imprisoned souls and face the threats before me with the courage that Farhad had shown. Come avant, I called. Let your fires light my way.
Um novo reino aguarda você.
بیاورد ضحاک را چون نبند، به کوه دماوند کردش ببند. به کوه اندرون تنگ جایش گزید، نگه کرد قاری بنش ناپدید. بیاورد مسمارهای گران، به جایی که مغزش نبودن در آن. فرو بست دستش بر آن کوه باز، بدان تا بماند به سختی دراز. ببستش بر آن گونه آویخته، از او خون دل بر زمین ریخته. از او نام ضحاک چون خاک شد، جهان از بل او همه پاک شد.
Caramba. A mano é uma bosta. Bom, essa foi a história do Tale of Bistun aí. O jogo tá bonitão, tá gostoso de jogar. Tá num preço, não tá tão caro assim, vale a pena. Tá bem fluidinho, a arte do game tá linda, a trilha sonora, show de bola. E é isso, essa foi a história do Tale of Bistun. Se você gostou, já deixa o like aí, comenta aí o que achou. Compartilhe aí as experiências que vocês tiveram aí, se vocês já jogaram o jogo ou conhecem essa história do romance persa aí e quiser me explicar melhor, pode deixar aqui nos comentários que eu vou ler para entender melhor também. Se não gostou também pode deixar o dislike, não tem problema. Se você é novo aqui no canal e curtiu o vídeo, não se esquece de se inscrever aqui embaixo e deixar aquele like, é tudo de graça, me ajuda muito. Não esquece de ativar o sininho também para receber os vídeos. E é isso, não esqueçam de beber água, principalmente se você passa muito tempo na frente do PC aí, jogando ou trabalhando. E não esqueçam de ler alguma coisa também, independente que seja, não sendo no celular ou PC, tá valendo. É isso aí, até a próxima série e Falou!